What's up, y'all? Coming at you today with another little unboxing and range testing video here. And as you can see by the name on the box, y'all probably already know what this is. I've been talking about this thing for the last couple weeks. This is what I picked up. It's been about 3 weeks or so ago now. I've just been had a bunch of other videos in front of this, so I'm finally getting around to this one. But y'all probably already know what this is by the box. And like I said before, it may be considered one of the most useless things you could ever get right now. So obviously we're looking at a little North American Arms, a little mini revolver here, and let me show you what we got here. Not only could it be considered one of the most useless little things ever, but it's probably the weirdest of the useless, and you'll see what I mean here. So we got the North American Arms here. Comes in a little box, of course. It actually, I didn't even know it came with this till after I was checking out and all that. Comes with a little lock box for you, so we'll take that out and put this to the side here. Got a little lock box here, so open it on up, and you can probably already see which one we're looking at. But let's look under the case here and see what else we got with it. We got the keys for our little case here. Got the information, the instruction manual, and all that kind of good stuff. Like I say, it's a North American Arms revolver. If y'all not familiar with these things, they are tiny little mini revolvers. Come in 22 LR and 22 Magnum, just different lengths of them. Some of them are really tiny, some of them not so tiny, but still pretty tiny. So anyway, we got that. Like I say, we got the box there, and y'all might already seen it through the paper here. We got the belt buckle edition. So we got the smallest one, the smallest model they make, the 22 LR in the smallest size, and it's the one that's inside the big old cowboy style belt buckle. I don't know how good y'all can see that in this camera. It ain't the best at picking up detail, but like I say, probably totally useless. I won't say totally useless, because I'll probably start a big old discussion down in the comments, but I'm glad. I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this thing. From what I've seen, some people actually claim that these are viable for defense, close up, up close and personal kind of things. Some people, of course, like me, I'm very skeptical that you'd get any kind of practical use out of this thing, to be honest with you. Now, is it better than a sharp stick? Of course it is, but maybe not much. So we're going to test it out, and we're going to find out though. But again, this one comes in the big belt buckle here. It is a legit belt buckle. It's got the loop, got the little peg and everything for it. This little piece across here, this is what basically locks you in there. So you swing that out of the way, basically flip it up, and it's actually on a magnet, and it's one of those rare earth magnets. So it's a pretty strong little magnet. So to put it back in, you just flop it right back in, put your little thing back on, and you're good to go. So pretty neat little thing. I've always looked at these things and always wanted one, just because they're unique and different. Do I know it's impractical? Of course I know it's impractical, but it's so goofy and cool that I just had to have one. So once you take it out, you can see just how small this thing is. I mean, you talking about a tiny little thing. It looks like something you'd get out of one of the plastic eggs in a bubblegum machine. I mean, it's absolutely tiny. I can literally close my hand there, and you could barely see that I'm holding anything. I mean, I can almost completely cover this whole entire revolver in my hand. From the backside, you can't see nothing. I mean, nothing at all. It's that small. Now, I've got my doubts on how well I'm going to be able to use this thing for sure, because it is a tiny little sucker for sure. Just for some frames of reference here, I've got a 12 gauge shell here. It ain't much bigger than that 12 gauge shell. I've got a couple of quarters here, just to kind of give you a better frame of reference. A couple of quarters. I mean, it's a tiny little thing. I mean, it's hard to describe just how tiny this little thing is. How about a 22 LR, a box of 22 LR? I mean, it's a tiny little revolver. I mean, tiny little thing. Y'all probably seen these before, but like I say, I've seen them. They've been out for a long time. I've been wanting to pick one up, and I seen the belt buckle and I couldn't resist. So, like I say, again, it's a 22 LR. I'll show you here. We can figure it out here. So yeah, you just pull your little rod out there, and this is how you have to reload it, of course. Swing it on out to the side there. It's a 5 shot, holds 5 in the chamber. So get this out of the way, and I'll put some snap caps in it. Alright, so got us 5 snap caps loaded up in there, and if you'll notice, there's little notches in between each one of the cylinder chambers. that's actually the safety notch. So when it's not in use, or when you're carrying it in your pocket, wherever you carry it, your hammer is going to rest in that, your firing pin is going to rest in that notch, and that way it's drop safe and all that good stuff. There's no half cock or none of that on this thing. Well, there is, but that's not how you put it on safety. So to load this back up is when you do your one click. Just stick your cylinder back in from the side there. Put your cylinder rod back in, and boom, you're good to go. So, and then of course the fire, it's single action only, so you're going to pull back. And there you go. And I'm going to tell you, this thing is going to be a chore to shoot right here. There's really no rear sight notch, no nothing as far as the back, as far as sights. You do have a front blade. You just basically going to have to kind of line up and wing it. Now this thing is meant for super up close, so you ain't going to looking at no kind of precision, but yeah, that's the deal on that. Now, and then once you fire it, you'll want to get it back on that safety notch. So boom there. Boom, right back in the safety notch. You can see it from above there. So now you're back in the safety notch. It's drop safe. It's not on a round or anything like that. So really simple operation on this thing. There's no taking it apart any further than that without some very extensive stuff. And I've heard there's a lot of little parts, so you definitely don't want to be doing that. The barrel on this thing is only what, 1 inch. I guess you could call that 1 1/8 inches. Not quite 1 1/4 inches even, about 1 3/16 inches, something like that. But yeah, that's the North American Arms. Like I say, it's a nice built little revolver. I have to say, it's got nice wooden grips on it. The fit and finish on it, it's very well put together little revolver for sure. So only thing I'm saying is I'm very skeptical of any kind of practical use out of this thing. Like I say, I bought it just for looks, just for a little showpiece and interesting kind of thing there. So, but hey, I may be surprised, but I'm saying once you get to 10 yards, you're going to be hard pressed to hit something with this at 10 yards accurately. So, but we're about to find out, because we're going to get this thing out to the range and we're going to see what it can do. All right, y'all, let's see what this little thing can do. I've got my doubts about it for sure. I'm going to try a couple different kinds of ammo. We're going to start out with this Aguila Super Extra, just a regular 40 grain standard velocity. It's supposed to be 1130 feet per second, but obviously it ain't going to be out of this little thing. So just standard 40 grain lead round nose. So we'll see what it can do. I'm standing at exactly 7 yards right here, so we're going to see what happens with it. I ain't going to get real crazy today. I'm not going to do no kind of chronoing or anything crazy like that. I'm just kind of going for the functionality and seeing what kind of accuracy we might be getting out of this thing. Later on, I'll get into some, actually I want to do a chrono video, and I want to do some jelly tests on this thing if I can manage to get it within a 7-inch square. So let's see what we can get on it right here with the Aguila Extras, the 40 grain lead round nose. I'm not sure if I should hold this with one hand, two hands. I don't have any idea. So we're just going to try it two-handed and see what happens for sure. So I got a feeling this is going to be a super heavy trigger, and who knows what kind of accuracy this thing's going to have. I have no idea. We're about to find out though. Well, we didn't get nothing on that. Let's try that again. Alright, that was a little high. Might have to hold this with one hand, I'll be honest with you, because man, I don't know. Let's try it again. I'll try it two-hand again. It's a snappy little thing. Alright, not too bad right there. Not too bad. Let me try it one-handed. A little high. So when you hold it one hand, I notice, I mean, the problem is, y'all could probably see when I start squeezing the trigger, the trigger's so firm that you almost draw it up just by out of squeezing the trigger. Let me try two-hand again. All right. How many was that? 4? 3 or 4? That might be that dud. For some reason we got a dud in there. I think that was it. We got a little dud in there, or something's going on with it. Let me get this, empty these cylinders, and I'm not sure what's going on with that one round. Let me empty the cylinder and check it out. All right, I'm not sure what the deal is with that round. I put it back in there. Actually, it did look like it had a little bit of a strike, but definitely a light strike. And it looks like the head of that round is kind of concave a little bit, so it might be just a bad round, but we're gonna give it one more try. Not too terrible so far, I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised it's as good as it is right there. Like I say, that's exactly 7 yards from where I'm standing. That silhouette is 12 inches wide with a 5-inch center circle. So that's about a 5 to 5.5 inch group if you take the widest apart there. I mean, honestly, for this thing, I don't think that's too terrible. That's better than what I was expecting, to be honest. But let's try 5 more of them, see what we get here. It's definitely tricky to shoot this thing because it's just got nothing to hold on to. Let's see what we get here. I slung that one somewhere. I knew I shot all 5 of them and shot that other round that time. I knew I kind of slung that one because I could tell I wasn't steadying it. I can tell you right now, this thing's got definitely a heavy trigger on it, so you really want to put your thumb kind of on the side there and give that thing a little counter push as you're squeezing that trigger, because it's definitely got a heavy trigger pull. But again, I mean, I don't think that's terrible. Granted, I slung one. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that went probably high left. It probably just missed the silhouette, but that really ain't too bad for this little thing for sure. So let me load up, I'm gonna load up some hollow points. Let me show y'all right quick though, actually, to unload this thing. I hope I got you in the camera here. You kind of go back a little bit, go to half cock, and then your little button on the front, you mash it, pull out your rod, and then your cylinder comes out. And then you can take your cylinder, your rod here, and knock your rounds out. So pretty slick little deal there. So I'm gonna load us up some cylinder full of hollow points, and we'll see what those will do. All right, got us another cylinder loaded up. This time we got it loaded with these Arms Core 36 grain jacketed hollow points, high velocity 36 grain hollow points. So see what it does with these. I got our target repainted down there so we can see what's going on. Again, I'll be honest, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Y'all saw that especially towards that last cylinder. I was grouping them up pretty good up towards the head, towards the top of the target there. So let's see what we can do with these hollow points. It's definitely tricky to hold though, without a doubt. See what we can do here. So it shoots high mainly because of the snap to it. I'll be honest, I can feel it just snapping, you know. I can definitely feel it. You don't have to worry about accidentally pulling this trigger. I can tell you that. This thing is it's a very heavy trigger. Very heavy trigger. Let's see if I can bury that sight blade a little more. There we go. I figured it out. You got to cut off about half of your sight blade. I was trying to just kind of even it with the top of the barrel, but you want to see about half of it. Oh yeah, hitting them dead center now. Uh-oh. Got a click on that one. Was that 5? That was 5. I didn't realize I had shot 5. So I'm going to be honest with you. I shot that one high because I was holding it the old way originally I was holding, and then 4 of them right in that 5-inch circle in the middle. I mean, that's a pretty tight group. That's probably, just judging by here, that's a 2.5, 3-inch group in that middle circle. I'm going to tell you what, for that right there, that's pretty doggone impressive at 7 yards to hit that right there. So let me load up one more cylinder of these. Let's try these again. We'll try a couple on these outside targets and see what we can do. Now, I ain't feeling real great about these, I'll be honest. So that's going to be about, that's going to be anywhere from 10 to 11 yards. That one's going to be about 10. That one's going to be probably right close to 12. So it's definitely stretching for this little thing, I would say. So let's see what we can get, y'all. All right, we hit him. Can't really tell where. Down at the bottom. I hit down at the bottom. So let's try this one down here. Missed that. Got that one. A little bit to the right. Go back over here. Not bad. Not bad. That was 5, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, that ain't bad. I pulled that one down there. I don't even know. I seen it hit the dirt over here. I think that actually pulled high and right, and that makes sense because when I'm pulling this thing, my hands are so big, it's kind of pulling it that way. One thing I can tell you is you ain't never gonna hide that you just fired some kind of firearm, because man, I got powder and stuff all over me from this little thing just blasting it out everywhere. But that was actually impressive. Like I say, you're looking at about 10-ish yards on that right there, and that's pushing 12 yards down there. To be able to hit that thing at 12 yards on an 18-inch man-sized target, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. So I want to do one more cylinder, and what I want to do is pull it from my pocket and see how fast I can get all the shots on target. So let me load this up for one more go. All right, got us one more cylinder of those arms core 36 grain hollow points. So this time I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm gonna have my hand on it though. Like, you know, if you're feeling a little sketchy, you'd be able to have your hand on it in your pocket like this, something like this. And if it went down, let's see how fast I can get this thing out and put some kind of decent amount of shots on target. So here we go. That was it. I'm gonna be honest with you, that ain't bad. That second shot that I pulled, that was me being stupid. I didn't even have my back on target then. I was trying to do a little too fast with this, but honestly, that's not bad at all. That was from the pocket. I put 4 shots on the target. 1 missed it, probably just barely, and that was my own fault trying to get too fast out here. But that's not bad at all for this little thing. I'm pretty impressed by this. All right, y'all. I don't know what to say about this other than I'm actually impressed by this little thing, man. I wasn't expecting anything out of this thing. I bought this thing just because I thought it was cool the way it was in the belt buckle and was part of the belt buckle, and I bought it just for show and just for something different, to be honest with you. I didn't expect any practical use out of this thing whatsoever, and I'm just going to say right now, I was proven wrong out here. Y'all saw it with your own eyes. I mean, that's the first time I squeezed the trigger on this little revolver, and I'm going to tell you, I feel like with some practice, I could actually get pretty decent with this thing. Like, no kidding at all. I'm very impressed by this. I mean, I don't know what else to say now. Would I use this as my primary self-defense weapon? No, I ain't gonna go that far. I could be much faster, much more accurate with a bigger weapon for sure. But if I had to go deep concealment for some reason, or you know, for whatever the reason, I needed something that was very extremely hidden, where there was no chance of anybody seeing it, finding it, knowing I had it, I wouldn't completely discount this at this point. Now, I do want to do some more testing with this thing on the chrono and on the gel and see what we're looking at before I would say it's viable. But as of right now, I'm actually impressed by this. So I don't know what else to say, guys, but except that I'm impressed. My mind was changed a little bit today on these North American armed revolvers. So let me know what y'all thought about this. Do any of y'all own one of these? Do you know anybody who owns one? Are you like me, consider it a complete joke? Did this change your mind at all? If you did consider it a complete joke, do you still think it's a joke? You're waiting on more tests to see what's up? Let me know down in the comments, what are y'all's thoughts on this thing? If you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below to see a lot more videos, including some more testing on this little thing for sure. So make sure you subscribe down there. Join buttons down there. If y'all feeling froggy, want to hit that join button, go on ahead and hit it. You can be a member of the Range Gang. I'm going to start trying to do a little bit of extra things, maybe some behind the scenes videos of me coming out to the range and my setup and what I might be doing for today and stuff like that. I ain't going to commit to a whole bunch because this stuff right here takes a lot of time, but I want to try to do a little bit of something extra for people who are going above and beyond. Not that I don't appreciate each and every one of y'all. Every one of y'all who likes, subscribes, comments, and watching these videos, I really, really appreciate y'all doing that. Thank you very much. That helps a lot. But again, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, leave me some comments, let me know what you think about this little thing, and look forward to more testing. Stay tuned because it's coming very soon. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.